Hey, how's it going? It's been a while since I posted any kind of video, and I apologize for that. Life has been a little crazy. Um, I get to have surgery on my knee the week after Christmas, so I'm terribly excited about that. Can you hear the lie? Anyway, I thought I'd do a video about troubleshooting stacked nibs because, okay, they're weird, first of all, and on occasion you never know what you're going to get. Because, and I think I've gone over this before, when you're welding them, you're not only squashing the metal, you're pulling it because of the way the weld, well, actually, depending on where you do the weld moves the metal. And sometimes it spreads the tines, sometimes it tightens the tines, and that can be a serious pain in the rear. Another thing it can do is fold the nib down. So your contact point with the feed is actually doing something like this. Pardon the dirty thumbs, I'm polishing. And there's really not any good way to fix that. You can take pliers and on the side of the nib, try and bend it back, but you're gonna have to deal with plier marks after that. Unless you're using nylon coated pliers, you'll get a little less marking that way. But one of the things I really wanted to get into was polishing these nibs. Brass shim is your friend. I actually sat it down, and of course now I can't find it because my workspace is a complete disaster area. I prefer titanium. This one will do. It's a little messy, but it'll get the job done. Titanium is a little more flexible, but it's also slightly abrasive thanks to the natural oxides that build up on it. When you stack a nib and do the shaping and the polishing, not only does crap get in the slit, it gets in between the two tines. So what you're going to have to do is get in the tines yourself and get the crap out. Because whether you believe me or not, the crap in there can impact how the ink flows. And of course you don't want that to happen. So get in there with a titanium shim. If you're buying titanium or brass for that matter, you want something in the range of 0.2 of a millimeter to 1/10 of a millimeter thick shim stock. For inches, that's about 0.099 to 0.006. Did I say 0.009 the first time? In other words, really damn thin. So after you get in here and clean out between the nibs, you got to go back into the slit quite a few times. Number one, make sure that the slit is still open. One of the things you're going to notice if you are using a welder rather than soldering is the heat is so hot it will melt the metal and spit little teeny balls of steel or gold around. Sometimes they can land in the slit and then you're kind of in a bind. So clean out your slit all the way through. Make sure it goes all the way. And then you ought to be fine. Go to your sink, soap and water. One of the best tools in the world is an old toothbrush because you're going to get more crap out that way. Then test the absolute hell out of the nib. So that's basic cleaning troubleshooting. Writing troubleshooting, well, that's another ball of wax entirely, involving leaving enough tipping material with your grinds to do a little nib work afterwards in terms of smoothing and little extra surface polishing. 1,000 grit sandpaper just to grind off any rough edges, and then progress through to maybe you're going to get really crazy and use, lapping films like these to get to the kind of polish that you want. So basic troubleshooting. Hope everybody's well. It's getting to be Christmas time. Go out there, be safe in the land of COVID. Be gentle with your neighbors, be loving with your family, and have a happy new year.